So, do you ever struggle trying to hold with a couple of fingers one material and with another material, trying to keep those materials where you want them? Because your thread is actually misplacing all those materials so all over the hook if you're applying pressure all the time. So I had that issue sometimes, and if you try to do it one by one, then you're creating some unnecessary bulk in your fly. So you can do all in one run, just going this way. You can attach two materials, and those materials can work actually for you instead of against you. So in this video, I will try to explain to you how I do it. I came up with this technique just recently, and I want to share it. And I would like to hear your thoughts on it because I'm sure that some people are going to use this, have been using it forever, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one to invent this. So without any further ado, let's see, and please tell me in the comments down below what you think about it. Let's go. So as I was saying, I will show you how to control two materials instead of one by one. So let's start fly. This is standard. Well, let me show you materials first. So this is the extreme standard. It's 6/0, but it's not super thick. It's just thinner than other threads if you ask me. Then I'm using Hanak 12. It's quite visible for you guys, and 12, well, it's gonna be useful for me around here, so yeah, why not? But you can go smaller or larger depending on what's your current situation on your river. For the tail, I'm using whitening Coq de Lion, whitening feather from Coq de Lion roosters. It's a bit softer. It gives less support than a original Spanish Diallo de Leon. So this one would be original Spanish. I've left just like one feather. You can use it for dry flies better than for nymphs. This is better for nymphs, but this fly I'm not so concerned if it's going to be supported enough from this side because wings are going to be enough. So for the body I will use some fur dyed olive. I'm saying some fur because it's not so important what fur you're using or another dubbing, it's up to you. The ribbing, I want to blend into the dubbing, so I'll dub softly, and ribbing is going to be mylar in some purple shade. Just love this color, and this mylar is quite tough. I got it here in China, some local supplier, and yeah, it's very nice. So yeah, I forgot the wings, the most important part here. Wings are going to be Snowshoe Rabbit Foot in Dark Dawn. It's just very nice color to start with. It looks like those BVOs, and that's why I'm using also the green color of the body. Instead of starting reverse gem hitch, going backwards catching materials, I'll just start here near the eye, but I'm leaving enough room for the head. And after a couple of reps, I already have everything I need, like all the support I need here. Usually, people, what I did before, would catch some tailing material immediately, secure it until the bend of the hook, and then go back and wrap and catch in another take. They will catch a ribbing material and then dub the body. No need to do that. You can do everything in one try. So, as you can see, those are not perfectly aligned, so I need to align them before I take them off the rachis. So just align them like this and then pull the rachis off and have them more or less aligned. So this is overall hook shank length. So I'll just transfer it here and counter spin the bobbin holder so I have everything nicely aligned. At this point I can actually cut. Okay. So I'm counter spinning the bobbin holder because the thread will jump, as you can see, towards my other hand, so I can nicely catch those materials where I want them. So without any ribbing, I can just control this, so without any pressure, and I'll pull up and the tails won't rotate. But because I want to preserve those wraps and I don't want to go back and forth, I will attach my ribbing material from my far side, as you will see already. So I'm attaching it here. And what I'm doing here, I'll hold just ribbing material. It's tinsel, it's wide. It's like a little wall preventing the torque of the threads to push the tails forward. So instead of controlling the whole tension, you will see I have slight angle over here. And I'll push with the thread, I'll push into the mylar, and I'll control with the mylar where my tails are going to go. Are they going to flare, rotate around the hook or not? And that's it. Maybe one more or not. But the result, as you can see, is here. Dead straight on the top of the hook shank. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole idea of this pushing to push back. Now, I want to put some dubbing, and as I was saying, I want to have it rather loose here because I want this mylar to get into the dubbing and like sink a little bit into it. It doesn't have to be super nicely dubbed body. I want some of these guard hairs to stick out and so on and so. So yeah, it's not very nice. Another thing about this dubbing, it's fur. It will actually soak some water, meaning that it's very likely to lay low in the film. Okay. Now, there is a reason why I put mylar on the far side of me or near you, because now when I make my first wrap, it's going to move under the hook without touching the tails. So if I was to wrap this the other way, it will touch the tails immediately, and I don't want that. So I can just go like this, like kind of bite into the dubbing with my mylar. Okay, catch it here. As you can see, it already looks very buggy. Now you can attach anything you want. You can attach any kind of wings. Okay. These are a bit too long, but never mind. Nice segmentation over here. Nice tail. Everything is just right. And now, I already bit into this one, yeah. So these are quite bushy with a lot of underfur here. I don't want underfur around. Yeah, this is quite okay now. And it's quite good quantity here. So I'll just grab those tips and pull all those short hairs that I don't need. This looks pretty good. They don't need to be perfectly stacked. So basically what you want to have for the length is you grab it here and align it with a little bit longer than your hook. So a little bit longer than an overall hook. Okay, let me just see if I have the measure again. Yeah, that's good. That's looking good. 1, 2 wraps and pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Here I will just cut the all excess. Try to kind of taper it with my scissors. Okay. This is going to be thorax, so it has to be a little bit more thicker. I'm okay with this. So this is good, quite enough. Kind of usual stuff. What I do is this squirrel dubbing that I made before. It's squirrel dubbing mix video. So it's just mix of squirrel, CDC, some UV, and yeah, different stuff. Many colors inside. Just looks good. I see some marabou falling into it, so I just removed it. It helps if your hands are not dry. Mine are very dry at the moment. So I'm making this kind of prominent thorax. Yep. Now, because I already covered everything I need to cover, I'll just pull the dubbing down, expose the thread, and now take just a little small clump of this snowshoe and go with my thread through it. Go with my thread through the next clump. See? Go through and then go through. I'll build just a small dam over here, but everything can be done with the rest of the dubbing. But as you can see, it's already made like upright wing. What am I achieving over here is it's not the dam that's holding my wing upright. Most of you, I mean, I noticed, but I didn't have a solution until Wayne Lou Allen pointed it out for me. Whenever you make a comparadun, especially with deer hair, and when you build a dam, thread dam in front of it, eventually, after some time, the material will try to go back into its original state. So straighten a little bit towards. So people think that it's because the dam in front of it was not good. No, it's because you didn't go through the deer hair, in this case snowshoe hair, you didn't go through those clumps, and you didn't make that extra support. So the only thing that's left for me is to make some head with finish, and that's it. So I'll pull with my fingers all the hairs that I can grab, clean the head, and then make it tighten towards the back. Okay, and that's it. Now put some tension on the hook, and with the blade cut the thread. Now you can make that nice semicircular wing, and you will notice, if you try with your own flies, obviously, you will notice that those wings will stay like this, fanned and upright, whatever time they spend in your box. Now let's see this fly from the front. Nice semicircular. From the bottom, from the fish's point of view, it may look like a spent cripple, whatever, but it's beautiful. And from your point of view, you have a very, very large area to see your fly. But from the fish's point of view, it's not so large. So guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something new. See you next week, and tight lines and take care.